Hello guys, Dinnerfrieddinnersteak here, and welcome back to some more Hearthstone Uncut. You can see my messy room in the background there. I apologize for that, but guys, today's December 31st, a couple hours before January 1st. That means this is the last bit of ranked play we're going to be doing for the month, but this is not a ranked play episode. No. We're going to do some quests, and then we're going to go into a little bit of ranked play here. But I have some quests here that we need to get done. So let's do them. Let's jump off right away with Tactician. And then let's just reminisce about everything that Hearthstone has been this year, because this has just been a crazy year for Hearthstone. We've had Witchwood, we've had Boomsday, and then Rakastan Rumble. Pretty sure this month started off with the... Man, has it really been a year already? I got into Hearthstone actually last year with my esports team, so I went through Cobalt's Frozen Throne, and I was still with Old Gods and all that fun stuff, so I witnessed my first rotation ever in Hearthstone last year, but 2018 is, well, went from the Year of the Mammoth into the Year of Raven. We started off with the Hall of Fames of Ice Block, the Molten Giant, and then something else from the Mage Arsenal. I don't quite remember, but that's how we started the year off. And also, in the late end of that year, you had your Spell Hunter, and it was really powerful. Kind of like the starting hand here. I'm really liking this. So I'm going to actually dump. I'm going to keep this. So we had Spell Hunter coming in, and it was really a big hype. And then we had Witchwood come in here that brought odd and even mechanics. Then we just saw the meta go to absolute shit. We had odd Paladin, we had odd Paladin, we had even Warlock. Mage was not a thing, but I even think before that, Spiteful Summoner was also a thing before that got all nerfed. But let's focus on Witchwood. You had your odd and even mechanics, so odd Paladin. You had Odd Warrior, even Warlock. What else was there? You had a Mech Hunter coming in there. You had a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to think back on what really Witchwood brought to the table, but it keeps drawing me back to... the odd and even mechanics, because that completely reinvented the game. Now when you make a deck, it's always like, can I cut this card and that card? Can I put it on to put it in even or odd? So it really, made the gameplay very interesting. And then back in August 7th, I think, Boomsday came out, and that is where some interesting stuff started to, and then Boomsday came out, and then we saw, Fatigue Warrior, and the whole time, Druid was stomping. With Witchwood, I forgot, brought Token Druid back completely. Around that time, between Witchwood and Boomsday, you had your Miracle Druids, Miracle Rogue, Big Druid, Togglewog Druid. All these things started really coming into the picture. And, a lot of people didn't find Boomsday very impactful. I crafted Dr. Boom himself. That was my auto craft for that expansion. You got Zerk's cloning Zerk's Resurrect Priest coming in, and you have Witchwood and Boomsday feels like they happened so fast in between each other for me. Because one day it was Witchwood, then the next day it was... One day it was Witchwood, and then the next day was Boomsday, because I played the actual shit out of the meta. And then, Boomsday happened. And I'm just trying to filter through my head right now, because then I was like, well, there were the DreamHacks tournaments, there was HCT stuff, and then, you had Zillax, you had Mechathune, which completely brought back to that late game stuff. And then November happened, and then, well, December happened, and then Rakastan Rumble came in. They brought the Spirits, they brought the Loas, they brought class interactions, and they brought this fun mechanic back to the game, and I really like Rakastan Rumble. And then December 17th or 19th, I can't remember exactly, they nerfed Druid to the shithole. Well, before that, they nerfed Druid some more by doing the OTK Druid combos, and they put Mana Worm basically into the grave. What now, indeed? And they nerfed Druid, and we're coming into the new year with a meta that seems like big as the wig. Big wins because we no longer have this. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. And also, Odd Paladin got destroyed. So within that whole year of existing, Odd Paladin was born, and then simultaneously killed. I am throwing this game hard because I'm reminiscing right now. And then you're kind of left with this meta that has more late game stuff. We December 17th or 19th, the nerfs to Nourish and Wild Growth happened, and it was pretty big. It was pretty fucking big. And now just Hearthstone is just kind of, here we are. We survived the Tog Waggles, we survived Quest Row getting nerfed, 32 times. We've survived so much stuff, Hearthstone, and it's gonna be another great fucking year. So I think that was a really short, summary of what's going on. But I also want to spend a little bit of time in this video talking about Hall of Fame picks, because I feel like I have no fucking clue what they're gonna Hall of Fame. Because do I use Crowd Roaster here? I don't think I use Crowd Roaster here.
I will be your doom. Ready?
I feel like we do that. This is my Mech Dragon. But let's talk about Hall of Fame picks, because my end of the year, the Mammoth was the first time I ever witnessed. Was the first time I ever witnessed card rotations, and we saw the end of Ice Block. It was like a 3-mana one. It had someone holding like a Ice Shard or something like that. And then what else was nerfed? Did Ragnaros get pulled into? I think Ragnaros was on the. Was he on the back end of that? I don't remember. Ragnaros was on the back end. Ooh, this is interesting. How many cards do I have? 6.
Job's done.
There we go. And that's what the Hall of Fame was. So coming into 2019, what's on the chopping block? What is on the chopping block? And I feel like, and I actually did this in school. I did this in school. I wrote down like the play rates and deck compositions of what every card was in just the standard format or classic. This is Big Gay here. Let's play that. And we did some card stats, and what I really found was, and looking through what some of the rank 25 community. Actually, I'm trying to get some health back here because I'm on the verge of losing here with the rank 25 community thing. So I think the biggest contenders, and this isn't my opinion, this is what, because the Hall of Fame is for cards that are overplayed or ridiculously put into decks. So Pioneer fun gameplay right here. For a meme, let's Hall of Fame Hunter and just put that out of the meta, even though that's what I play 100% of the time in this game anyways. God fucking damn it. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm literally gonna like fucking shoot myself here. The stupid taskbar is stuck on the bottom part of the screen, so I can't move anything, and it's like annoying. Did we even complete anything on that quest? Yeah, we played 9 warrior cards. We're just gonna play a little bit of warrior, talk about meta. So, standard rotations are, what is, what's highly played. I feel like the biggest contenders are, well, I have to double check if they're in standard, and I would go on my phone for this one. But, and this isn't for me, but this is from people bitching and complaining, in no particular order. And these aren't my predictions, but I feel like they should, actually these are going to be my predictions. Or, I don't know what I'm talking about here. Probably what might be Hall of Famed. I'm not an analytic, but I feel like MC Tech's on the cutting block, Fungomancer's on the cutting block, Leroy Jenkins is on the cutting block. See, I don't know if Fungomancer's in the standard, or if it's part of the classic set, or it's part of Cold Balls. I feel like it is part of Cold Balls, which is why I'm just like, eh. MC Tech, Leroy. And really, I don't have a third one, because they usually do it in third, but why MC Tech and Leroy? Well, Team 5 has this fantastic trend of rotating out legendaries from the classic set because they're broken. And if we really look at what Leroy is, it's a 5-mana 6/2, and that's a lot of bursts on turn 5. Now, I don't really have a good point at this, but Leroy, as of like December 19th, when I did the stats, according to hearthpwn, was in 20% of all decks in the meta. So that's 20%. Like, that's 1 in 5 decks Leroy's in it. I know it's not exactly perfect because a lot of people don't play him, but he's in quite a few decks. Why? Because he's a 2-mana 5/2. Or no, 6-mana, 2-mana 5/2. Now that's a broken card. No, because is he? No, he's odd. Oh my god, I'm actually dumb. I have like no brain cells. I'm giving you guys very inaccurate information here. I apologize. So I will double check here. I'm so sorry that I'm fucking 5-mana 6/2. I'm dumb. Just say it for what it's worth. I'm a dumbass. Okay? I'm a dumbass. It's a 5-mana 5/2. Well, it's an odd paladin, so why would it be an even cost card? I also just want to check if fungal. I wonder if, hold on, I just want to. No, Fungomancer is from Kobolds and Catacombs, so it's not gonna stick around anytime soon. So that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't cut it out. But Leroy and MC Tech. Leroy because it's a 5-mana 6/2, and especially if you're running. Oh, well, that's not fun. It's not fun at all. Especially so Leroy. It's a 5-mana 6/2. That's a.
There once was a man from Dinnerfrieddinnersteak. Astonishing.
That's a big quite. I mean, that's a 5-mana 6/2. That's a lot of. That's a lot of pop. That's a lot of pop on turn 5. It's a huge tempo swing. You put that in any aggro deck and you win with that. That's such a strong. It's such a cheap finisher too. I mean, Hunter's got King Crush. That's a 9-mana 8/8. That's such a late game card. I mean, usually if you put Leroy on turn 5, you win. You win with Leroy. Leroy is a winning card. You play Leroy when you have lethal. What am I doing here? 8 cards in hands. How do I do this? I think I trade in here and go like that. Keep more damage on the board. But, just Leroy's broken up. Let's talk about MC Tech here because this has been a huge complaint. I know when that update, I think the update was, or the nerf, if you want to call it, nerf update. What's the difference? It's Team 5 at this point. The graveyard. Let's call it the execution of cards. I know MC Tech was taken out of Arena because it's really unfair in Arena. I don't play much Arena, but when your entire game mode is drafted around the RNG-ness of picking cards and you have a card that takes away that RNG, it's kind of broken. But MC Tech definitely is not a tech card that people play. well, they play it in Hunter. Hunter uses it, so that's why everyone's bitching and complaining, because every other game is a Hunter game. But what I find MC Tech to be, and it's especially in late night games, especially when you see my late night streams, because I, what time? I'm playing at 4:17. That's kind of the card that sits in the back of your mind sometimes, and it's really like, well, do I play around it or not? I see. Well, I don't even think about that. I hardly ever play around MC Tech. Where the fuck did he get that card from? Oh, probably from the Wolf or whatever it's called. I need to really get my thoughts here concise here, because MC Tech it's a disgusting card. Some people say nerf it. I don't exactly say nerf it. And I say don't nerf it because I think it's a 4 mana 3/3 or a 3 mana 3/3. I'm so bad. So bad at let's just see what Mind Control Tech is. I think it's a 4 mana 3/3. That's a 3 mana 3/3 with an added battle cry. So that inherently is kind of broken on of its own. Basically, if you get like I call it a Trinity card, all the stats are the same, and it has like an extra effect, that's a really good card. And especially if it's not a negative effect too. If it's just 3 mana 3/3, that's a solid, that's a thick card to play. A thick card indeed. Is this Kingsbane? Why are you running Cavern Shiny Finder? But anyway, back to MC Tech. MC Tech punishes people very bigly from playing wide boards, and especially in decks that, like, Spell Hunter, got Zerk's Clone and Gallery, Odd Warrior at points. MC Tech is a card that really punishes a lot of decks, and, it's a good candidate for Hall of Faming. I don't agree with it. I don't like the Hall of Fame mechanic. Well, I can't say I don't like it, but I find that the logic that they use for putting cards into the Hall of Fame is flawed. They seem to basically pluck cards that are really fresh in the meta and say, oh, it's making the meta stale, and they pull them out, and then it's like, well, give us more cards. I don't like taking away from the classic set. And nor do I agree with the people out there that are like, oh, bring cards back for that were Hall of Famed, and bring them back. Molten Giant at the time, I'm uneducated enough. I feel like that should come back. I know like Big Maid and stuff like that really cheesed it out because they got like to 5 health and played like 2 of them for no mana. I don't have a problem with cards because I feel like there's no broken cards in this meta. Wait for the hate. I don't think any of the Death Knights are broken. You want to bitch and complain, Blood Reaver Gul'dan's broken. He's not even played anymore. Q-Block was supposed to be gone, but as in my last couple of episodes, like around like episode 10 or 12, I ran into like Q-Blocks on ladder. What timeline is this? Okay. So I'm like dead. Well, not yet. I'm not dead yet. Some people out there are like, hey, pull cards from like Wild, or pull cards back from Wild to put them in a standard, or oh, we need a Dirty Rat in this meta, and yada this, yada that. I feel like standard was made to address overly broken cards, but I feel like they should really stop fucking with the classic set. And if they are gonna mess with the classic set, please release cards that are in some way, shape, or form not just RNG cards. Because what was it, like December or November, they introduced 4 new like classic set cards, and it was just RNG. I don't really complain too much about Hearthstone because I don't have much to complain. I know there's people who've been playing since Neuraxis and Goblins and Gnomes, put your meme like, oh, they finally released Neuraxis and all that fun stuff. I know people have been playing this game a lot, and they probably put up with a lot more bullshit, Team 5 bullshit, than I have. Ooh. That is fun. So, he's gonna fatigue me, which is funny. We have liftoff. Boom. Give him some meaty ass dick right there. So, what are my thoughts on Hearthstone coming into 2019? I'm really hoping that the next couple of expansions, especially the first one, which I think happens in April, is just like, it's just really like that, because I feel like Hearthstone is in a really awkward spot where they need to like kiss everyone's ass in the community. I don't agree with that. I feel like Team 5's doing a great job. Yeah, you could argue that Rakastan Rumble's underwhelming and Boomsday is underwhelming, and some people are like, oh, Witchwood was impactful. Just play the game. 2019, this has probably been my favorite year of Hearthstone so far, and I've only been playing it for a year, so maybe that doesn't contribute too much to the conversation. Maybe it doesn't bring too much to the conversation that I've only been playing for a year, so I might be like a little ignorant, rank 14. But really, I've enjoyed Hearthstone. I haven't had any problems with it. Yep, there's broken decks like Kingsbane and... Oh, that's a really cool mechanic. Does that work with Tess? My god. Well, actually, I don't think that rediscovers the card at all. And that's lethal on board. Well played. I don't have a problem with Hearthstone. I mean, Hearthstone merch, which I'm gonna put this fucking button on, because I love me some buttons. Whoops, I gotta go really quick. Yeah, what's up? Whoops, sorry for being back, guys. Alright. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to take my words for how I play this game, how much I enjoy it. I just really like Hearthstone. Let's do some Weed Warrior. This is always a fun one. I just like Hearthstone. And I'm just not like a Hearthstone baby. I played other card games, Magic the Gathering. Back in my day, I did play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Oh, it's not a card game. I'm just listening to card games that I play. I'm not actually being serious here. About like, oh, I play Pokemon, so I know how to play a card game. I played Pokemon with energies. How you're supposed to play it. I played Artifact for a little bit, so I'm not new to the card scene. Just that Hearthstone has such an easy user interface, good art, ties into WoW lore, which I'm a fan of personally myself. I have nothing to complain about Hearthstone right now. I think the meta is fine how it is. Granted, I play Hunter, so maybe I'm not a good voice to represent those who are underrepresented, the minorities such as Mage. But in that same respect, if you're only playing this game to rank up, I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point, is to rank up. But, don't take this game so seriously. It's a card game. I mean, unless you're trying to be, trying to get, you know, try to be the grand champion of Hearthstone. You know, make it to those DreamHack tournaments and stuff like that. Maybe take it seriously, but you know, enjoy this game for what it is. Because I fucking enjoy it. I love this game. It was fun. I play the shit out of this game. I'm gonna play the shit out of it too tonight. You know? It's New Year's. Get to have some fun. New year, new me. All that sauce. Probably slam. And get that off the board here. Oh, this has been a fun one. Serrated shield, 5 armor. Gain 5 armor, deal 5 damage. Fun one. And this is basically all warrior cards in this deck, so, you know, I feel like the meta has polarized a bit. Druid's obviously the top dog, but I haven't played against... Actually, I might just want to go back and watch all my footage. On ladder, I haven't faced any Druid. In casual play, I hardly face any Druid.
You think you can take me?
I wish Life Drinker just, you know, was... Let's just deal 5 damage directly to the enemy hero, and it just, like, bypassed armor. I don't complain about this, but if he full heals this turn, I'm gonna cry. But, you know, that's Hearthstone. So, you know, looking back at... Funny. Funny, fun. Uh-oh. Dragged my, how did I even do that? What? I dragged my, freaking taskbar over to the side of my screen. Right? It's right here. That's... What the fuck? Probably play, this boy. Just end it there like that. You know, Hearthstone 2019 summed up in a picture. I had a lot of fun. Which would, out of, well, what's my favorite expansion? You know? What's my favorite expansion? I've got to say, well, there's what expansion you think impacted the meta most, and, you know, what expansion was your favorite? By far, my favorite expansion has to be Witchwood, and not because I played the Odd or Even decks too much, it's because of, actually, probably my favorite memory in Hearthstone right now was, my free legendary was Irmis, and if you're not familiar with that, it's like the 10 mana 8/8. No, okay, this, like, I have ADHD, so my thoughts kind of shoot around. Spiteful Summoner was still when Witchwood was in meta, right? Because when I was like, how much, I was gonna say Irmis is a 10 mana 10/10, but I remember playing Spiteful Priest, and then always getting like Irmis, and then it was like, oh fuck, great, that's turn 8 mana. I want Deathwing, please. Give me Tarantis. You know, something of that regards. Nice. This guy's pulling out all the LGBT moves. But I think which would be like, I got Irmis, and I threw it into a very crappy Hunter deck that I had. A couple of, Come on. I was able to actually play Irmis, and within that Hunter deck, I had King Crush. Turn 9, I went second. You know, I was losing that entire game, and my friend was like, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to play a 16/16 King Crush. Going down Irmis, turn 9. Had King Crush in hand. Turn 10, 16 damage to face. And that's by far one of my more, you know, memorable Hearthstone moments. I'm going to do this, actually. I'm gonna do that because I don't like those spirits sticking on the board so much. I also feel like AoE meta is gonna come back in 2019. I feel like within the first expansion we're gonna see some hard hitting area of effect because so much AoE is actually rotating out, and maybe we're not. Maybe AoE meta, you know. Ooh. You know, was AoE meta ever a thing? I just remember when how queer. I just always remember, you know, Flame Strike, and I always just remember when I started playing Hearthstone, just getting fucking AoE'd all the time. Wow, this guy's really doing this, huh? Huh? Yeah, we're doing this. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Get that out. You know, I feel like we're gonna see something fun. I feel like they're not gonna focus on AoE. I was gonna say, you know, they're AoE meta because there's just so much stealth stuff, and I feel like big decks are coming back. I feel like that because you've killed this fucking odd paladin that's been such an impressive class on any deck development because it was always like, well, you need to develop a deck that, you know, secures you either a win or, you know, a board that can get you past turn 5, and once you're there, you might as well win, and it's kind of just aggro. And I just feel like with Odd Paladin gone, and Druid kind of getting shit on, I feel like this meta is gonna be pretty fucking nutty. That's what I feel like. Wow, he's practically full healed. What are you, a fucking... Yikes, this isn't looking too good for me, ladies and gentlemen. He's only got so many cards in his... Well, he's fatiguing because he's gonna fucking tiger me in the face or whatever. Reporting for booty. Wow, that's a cool card. Real shame if I had a brawl. We've dealt with that. We'll play Myth. Should I play Woe Cleaver? You know, and, you know, with 2019 coming, rotations are going to happen. God damn, am I going to... Oh. Cute. Maybe I get an execute next turn. I could play Woe Cleaver, execute, something like that. This game isn't looking so good for me now, is it? Huh?
Let me
Yeah, just go face. He's gonna give me cleave. Might as well just take the damage now to the face, right? There we go. He's got Ashbringer. Oh, am I dead this turn? Uh-oh.
reporting for duty.
You know, now that I've crafted the Lich King, I should probably throw the Lich King in this deck, because 4, 5, 10, 15, 15 plus 23. I like 23 damage on board right now, actually. So, 23, now I got 25 damage on board. I was just going to keep on slapping my little face, you know, just give me a little... little bit of one of those, you know. Not, this deck is in no way, shape, or form supposed to win me anything. But I might win. I might actually win with this because now I have 5, 10, 15, 20, I have 26 damage on board now. And I have 10 health. I don't think he can deal 10 damage to me. Did I just win with this deck? Now equality. Fuck you. Nice one. Nice one. And that's why I wish I had another Spellstone, because... Damn it. Because I run 2 Spellstones in here. You're supposed to buff your Spellstones up pretty early on in the game. Why are you running buff Paladin? Or doing whatever the hell you're doing here. I'm gonna play Bloodraiser. So if he plays anything that has, well, he's not gonna play because it's 1/1, so he's not gonna have anything in hand. Saying that is 1. I'm short on damage. Fuck. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I don't think I can win this one. Not even if I pull Spellstone next turn. I don't have the Death Knight either in this deck, so. Man, this video's been. I'm definitely not winning now. That's for sure. That's an annoying deck, I gotta say. Oh, there's the other Spellstone. And I'm dead either way. So, well played, my friends. And we're going to call that a game. And I'm almost going to call that a video because I actually have to go do some laundry. But guys, this has been Dinnerfrieddinnersteak. You're playing some Hearthstone Uncut. It's 2019. Well, it's going to be 2019 in a couple of hours. And we spent some time reminiscing on the Hearthstone meta. But I'll definitely be back with some facts. So, as always, guys, there we go, Tactician. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.